Hello and welcome to my first ever tarot video on YouTube. I am Hazy Daisy Tarot and thank you for joining me. I figured I'd start with the pick a pile. I didn't really know what else to do. I was thinking about like maybe horoscopes or something else. Maybe I will, because usually I do end up always like falling back to horoscopes, but whatever, pick a pile sounded pretty fun. And today's topic is cutting ties, letting that ship sail. So, for the first pile, we have the rose, time to get back out there. The second pile is bubblegum, what's fair is fair. And for the third pile, we have mirror, my reflection shows. Click the timestamps. Click the timestamps down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Oh, yeah, comment down below, like even lower than you know what I mean. And because I would love to hear your testimonies. One of my friends, oh my God, turns out the reading I did for her came true. So now I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck this. Or, no, you're not supposed to cuss on YouTube, whatever. I'm like, fine, I will be making my tarot videos in, because apparently, like, I just wasn't expecting everything to come true. But you know what? Whatever. Take it as a win. Alright, so meet me at the timestamps down below, and I will see what you're reading. Hi, pile one. Oh my God, you're my first pile. That's so crazy. Ah. Okay, anyway. You guys picked the rose. Time to get back out there. And this card, I used my oracle deck to pick the topic and the piles. And the oracle for this rose card was the date card. And it was about you guys learning how to get back out there. And that it might be time for you to cut ties with your... I was supposed to turn this healing frequency off, and I left it straight on right next to me instead of turning it off. Anyway, yeah, that it is time for you to start dating again. It said online dating, which you might have some luck on Tinder, OkCupid, whichever, Hinge. But be careful, you know, that kind of stuff can get really, you just have to be careful. But, you know, it's just time. Anyway, for your first pile, for your first card, how funny, I made the same mistake twice. Okay, for your first card, you got the Seven of Pentacles. This card signifies that you've already started to put in the hard work of doing whatever you need to do to heal. Know that at some point, there is only so much you can do on your journey before divine intervention arrives to help you. So maybe you've been working out, or you've been journaling, and it's like, okay, well, I've reached this point, but what else is there? Well, that's the thing. The divine is supposed to connect those dots for you, because realistically, like, let's say you don't have access to certain things that would increase your journey, then it would be time for the divine to bring that in for you. Like, I've been kind of like on my artist journey a little bit, and I've been on and off my artist journey. I'm trying to be on, but it could be like that, where it's like, okay, but there's only so much that you can, like, I don't have access to a bunch of instruments or tools, or, I mean, writing is free, just get some pen and a paper, but it's not like I have access to, you know, putting my books together, or if I want to, you know, if I did write a book. So it's just, there are other things involved with making the future that you want happen that maybe you just didn't have the access to. And I think pretty soon it will be made available to you. Okay? Okay, so then let's get back on track. yeah, so you will be getting divine intervention soon enough. And the results happen. And the divine wants you to know that even though things haven't clicked immediately, know that it'll be worth the wait. It's kind of like, okay, so last night was the Grammys. I don't watch the Grammys, but still, that's not important. Like, whether you watch it or not, that has nothing to do with it. So Victoria Monet won her first Grammy. Well, she won Best New Artist, and she's really talented, you know, like, she deserves her props, she deserves her Grammy. She's great. She's a great artist, great songwriter, everything. And it's like, she's 34, you know. Most people, they stress, they think, oh, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that. But it's like, she started out as a lyricist or a songwriter, and then she worked her way up. Maybe you just need to start at the most accessible place for you. Maybe your lack of access isn't necessarily the worst thing, because just because you're delayed, that doesn't make you denied. And know that really, it's so true. What is meant for you will be for you. And I think you just need to, well, we could all remember that. I could definitely remember that because my patience used to be so bad. And luckily, this healing phase, whatever this is, has really made it so I'm a lot more patient. So just be patient with your time and don't rush to the divine, because the divine knows what it's doing. And this takes us to your second card, which is the Six of Swords. As you've already started to do the work, it's brought you to a point where you're starting to understand how to leave behind what was once comfortable and search for a new normal. You are doing what is essential for your growth for the next phase of your life. So trust that Spirit's seeing what you're doing, you know? It's like how people say God's timing is always right. Like, it really is. You just really, really have to trust that, whether that comes to love. So maybe you haven't met the correct person, but that's fine that you haven't met the right person. You met the people that you needed to meet for the time in your life that you needed to meet them. I know that's so confusing. Like, girl, what are you trying to tell me? Anyway, it's like, don't worry so much about where you are right now, because where you're going as you go through this whole thing is leading you exactly where you need to be. So even with dating, that really could mean dating around. That can mean seeing what you want versus what you don't want, and practicing too. Like if you suck at flirting, which, relatable, because so do I, but if you suck at flirting, maybe you need to like practice and get good at it. Get good at being playful. Get good at, or like make it so you can be comfortable with someone being intimate with you when it comes to romance, you know? Because this time really is for you to see where your strengths and your weaknesses are, and to even embrace some of those weaknesses when it comes to what you don't like, maybe about yourself when it comes to, because you know, sometimes when you get in a relationship and you're like, ugh, like, why did I do that? Remember all that shit. Remember all the shit that you, oh, that's right, you're not supposed to cuss on YouTube. I have a potty mouth. This isn't gonna work for me. Remember all the stuff, the things. Remember all those things that you have learned about yourself that you don't like and that you do like. Focus on your likes. Practice your affirmations. Do all that stuff. But know that everything that you've done until this time really was for a purpose. So then, with your third card, you did pull I pulled the Seven of Swords in reverse, which calls for you to fully embrace yourself. If you've been feeling a little imposter syndrome recently, make sure you're taking the time to ground yourself And just keep telling, like, affirm to yourself that you are exactly where you are meant to be. My card's advice for you to stay in your Empress energy. Keep your mind open to new experiences and be willing to expand on previously abandoned projects at this time. So that can be like how I was talking about the artist journey. Like I abandoned my keyboard. It's sitting right there looking at me like, why won't you play me? And just know, like, just because something didn't vibe before, but it was something you wanted to do, like, it's okay to hop back into it. No one is, even if someone does hold it over your head, like, oh, what, now you're something, I don't know, people are weird, who knows what someone might say. So the hell what? Put yourself back out there. Get back into the game. Anyway, let's wrap this up so that I can tell you who this reading may apply to. And this reading will apply to you, well, may apply to you, because this could apply to some, but not all. But if you live in a city, are a graphic designer, or if you work from home, if you wear glasses, and if you are seeing angel numbers with 8 in them, especially 8888. All right. Thank you for your reading. And again, like and subscribe and comment down below. And bye. I don't know what else to say. I've never done this before. All right. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching. Hi, pile 2. Your pile was the bubblegum, and your, oh my gosh, that's right, I changed your thingy like halfway through the first time. Your theme was what's fair is fair. That's right, okay. Alright, so pile 2. We are starting off with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, oops, I didn't say this for the last pile. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, all that jazz. You know, a lot of you watch tarot videos on YouTube. If something doesn't apply to you, if it don't apply, let it fly, all that jazz. You know. I probably should. Don't worry, I'll work on this later. It's like, okay, so pile 2. We're starting off with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. At times, it may feel like when it comes to specific situations, and I channeled You Don't Have to Call by Usher when I did this reading. So go ahead and like give it a listen and see if you hear any messages in it, just in case. But it may feel like things are always happening to you and not for you, especially in terms of love, as if things are happening to you in a way that it's like, what the heck? You know, where you find yourself stuck in loops and cycles, but like abrupt changes as well, where it's almost like things are cool one minute and then the next minute it's like, okay, what happened? And unfortunately, I can relate to that. But I think a lot of I like to say Delulu. I'm Delulu girl. No, I'll call us woo-woo. The woo-woo girls. I feel like that happens to us a lot. But remember, rejection is protection. And it is so true. It may feel like crap, but these things really do happen to you for you. Ooh. Anyway. Excuse me. So yeah, these things happen to you for you. And, yeah, don't take the things to, like, maybe try not to take these things so much to heart, because there's really only so much you can do sometimes with people. Like, you may be magical, but you're not I don't want to say you're not a miracle worker, because I'm sure that's what you are too. I'm sure there are plenty of miracle workers. I don't know. Anyway, and this brings us to our second card, which is the Page of Swords, which is also in reversed. You may be holding back from saying whatever it is that you want to say. instead choosing to keep things to yourself or hide behind an anonymous avenue. But Spirit says that it's time for you to get comfortable with speaking your truths in public. And I get it. I really, really get it. Because, what? You get on Twitter, you get on Tumblr, you get on Instagram. You don't have to have your real face on those things. You don't have to speak. You just have to type. But Spirit is saying it's time for you to get over it. You need to put yourself out there in a more tangible way. If you want to, in order to, how can I say it? To cut ties with who you were in the past. Or maybe to break free of old patterns. I think you'll need to kind of shock the system. Not your system necessarily. It's not about shocking your system. But yes, it is. You can exhilarate yourself. But while you're exhilarated and you're happy, that's one thing. But I think you need to shock the loop system. It's going to be really surprised. The system, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But whatever you need to do, whatever's keeping you stuck, you'll need to do something that's going to make it when you are trying to get out of it. Anyway, for your third card, I've pulled the Eight of Swords, and Spirit is telling you that you have more control over your life than you may realize, which is why you can shock the system. The bindings are not as tight as they feel, and you may be overcomplicating things as you find yourself stuck in these situations. And it really doesn't have to be like that, which I know it's so much more easier said than done. Well, you know what? I kind of hate that phrase, easier said than done, because people always say that to me, where it's because I've been going through this, okay, so I've been in my healing journey since 2020. Oh man, the pandemic really changed everything for me. I was I'm not staying the same. I was if the world is ending, my life is going to definitely get better in that little bit of time we have. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But it's you don't have to keep yourself tied up in order, okay, sorry, this is so confusing, but it's when people say you need to take up space, it's you need to be you. And because I used to not really know what people meant, because a lot of people say things just to mean be more argumentative, and I don't need I'm already a Taurus. I don't need that. I'm already argumentative enough. And I feel what it really means is just be more like yourself and be fine with figuring out who that is. It's I always knew I liked baking, but I didn't know that I really, really liked baking. And I've been baking a lot more. And making little things with food, which has been funny. I would never be the type to make potpourri a few years ago. I feel the me from pre-pandemic would be girl, what is happening? Because I didn't read tarot. I am very woo-woo, very with the spirit. Me and the divine are besties, and you really never know where these things are going to take you once you start doing them. So just start, and don't be so afraid of that traps feeling, because whatever you were so afraid of might not even be that bad. You really can be psyching yourself up this whole time, stopping yourself from doing what it is that you know you want. So do what you know you want, unapologetically, to yourself. Don't apologize to yourself. Give yourself permission to live the life you want. And I know that sounds what do you mean give yourself permission? But you really can hold yourself back. I held myself back from so much stuff. It was ridiculous. But anyway, give yourself permission to change your thoughts. That was literally in the reading too. Okay, and again, I know it's easy to say, blah, blah, wow, that's crazy. I just kind of said this stuff. I wrote a script because I hate doing tarot reading. I don't know how everyone does tarot readings live. I can't focus if I'm doing them. No, I had to write a script. Anyway, yeah. Oh, that's one of the things that my card said. Stop the negative self-talk. If you are the type to joke about KOing yourself, that's how I say it. If I don't, censor. Oops. If you're the type to joke about KOing yourself, don't do that anymore, obviously. If you joke about how stupid you are, stop doing that. If you joke about how ugly you are, stop doing that, because your brain is clearly taking that crap as serious. Like, it may seem like a joke, but I don't know why people think that a joke can't be a serious thing. Like, just because you tell people a joke, that doesn't mean what you said didn't happen. That doesn't erase what you did. Like, just because it's a joke, I don't know. That's how I feel about jokes. Like, which is, I like to think I have a great sense of humor. I love comedy for myself. I don't like how other people tell jokes a lot, because it can be like, okay, but that's just what you meant. And at least when I tell a messed up joke, I'm like, no, that's just what I meant. But it's like, some people, they're like, oh, it's just a joke. But that's what you really think about yourself. And Spirit is saying that it sees that. And it is not taking that. Like, even if it's a joke, it's still taking it to heart. And your heart's taking it to heart. So stop that shit. Stop talking negative about yourself. Oh, your third card. I thought we were on your third card. Oh. Your third card. That was your second card. Oh my gosh. Your third card is the Knight of Pentacles, not in reverse. And it says that you've got this all in the bag. As long as you take baby steps, because who says first you'll take baby steps and then you'll take leaps? How about that? I think that's beautiful. Find that you will come a long way. Just be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. You're not stupid. You're not ugly. You're not, I don't know what else you could negatively say about yourself, but you're none of those things. And Spirit is saying that you aren't. But as long as you keep treating yourself like you're a second-class citizen, then life will probably keep treating you like that. Make yourself a priority. It's your own life. Oh my gosh, no, I just got mixed up. That was the advice. Your advice was the Knight of the Pentacles and Knight of the Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, and you need to take baby steps. Man, I got that super mixed up. Anyway, this pile would apply to you if you have a little brown dog, dye your hair fun colors, especially blue, or like a mint color, or what other? Like a neon green, I'm seeing. But you don't have to. If you like to go hiking, are just starting your healing journey, or if you're just starting your healing journey and are ready to get out of the city, like if you're tired of living in a city, this is for you. If your name starts with F, especially Fiona, I keep channeling Fionas. And if you still use wire earbuds, I know that's really specific, but who uses those anymore? Everyone uses wireless now. All right. Oh, or if you, I know what I was trying to say before. Or if you've recently had like a spiritual awakening, because you can go through your healing journey. I've had multiple spiritual awakenings in the last month. Like, this shit, once it comes, it doesn't stop coming. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, that was your pile 2. Thank you so much for listening. And please like, subscribe, comment down below. I would love to hear your guys' testimonies to see if anything I said resonated. And I hope to see you at my next reading. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the mirror. My reflection shows. Please remember to take what resonates, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If anything doesn't apply to you, if it doesn't apply, let it fly, all that jazz and all that stuff. I'll figure how to, I don't know. I didn't write this part into the script. I forgot about it. Alright, so for your first card, we have the Page of Swords in reversed. If you've been used to being the type to hold yourself back from speaking from saying what you want to say, then Spirit is advising you, or it could be that because this was past energy, so it could be that you've already worked past this part of yourself, where maybe in the past you would stop yourself from saying what you want to say, and maybe you even had like a throat chakra issue, like maybe your words would get stuck in your throat, maybe you have bad allergies, you cough a lot. I think I saw another tarot reader say something like that, but hey, this is extra confirmation, because if you pick this pile and then you watched her video, I think it was Divine Empress Tarot. No. There's a lot of those. I watch a lot of these tarot readers. That's why I started. All the readings I was getting was like, start a YouTube channel. And I was like, I guess. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I don't know. I was like, but now I'm like here. So it's saying like, kind of like that. Like maybe you stopped yourself from doing things that you've always wanted to do, and that was your past energy. So that's good. Congratulations. You've made it past that. And Spirit says that it is still time for you to keep working on your heart, though. Oh, and to work on your heart chakra. So work on your throat chakra, like keep up with your throat chakra, but work on your heart chakra too. This will really be important as we move to your second card, which is the Ace of Swords in reverse. As you may be used to holding in what you want to say, it could be making it hard for ideas to come to life. If you've been used to holding things back, this is why. So like, let's say, again, you had an issue that you've worked through, I'm hoping you've worked through, of not being able to say what you want to say at the times you want to say it. So this would also be affecting other things you want to do in your life. So it could be, like, let's say, I use, like, writing a book as an example, which is me shit-talking myself. Oh my god, I need to stop cussing, but it's so hard. Anyway, my analogy was a book analogy. Like, let's say that you're writing a book, or you've been wanting to write a book, but every time you get to you sit down to write, you get to the pages, do anything, you could be like, well, man, I don't, like, suddenly, all your words. What are words? You don't even remember what words are. How do you type? How do you write? How do you even form a word? What are words? All of a sudden, how do you make a paragraph? You normally have no issue with any of that. Like, normally, you're great at it. But suddenly, you want to write a book, and everything you want to do is just, your brain says no. What do? Well, Spirit says it's time for you to manifest on ways to remove these blockages. And you can do it. Because with that said, the third card is the Queen of Wands, and it says for you to stay out of the limelight. Hold on, I'll make a point right now. It says to stay out of the limelight. Keep figuring out your strengths and focus on the talents you don't even know you have. It could be that there are other things that you could be doing, creating, like, not that they're creating the blockages, but it's like, once you get these things out of your system, you'll see the blocks remove. Trying to find a good example. I can't think of one. Anyway, I'm out of examples. Yeah, so keep figuring out your strengths, keep building up your talents and your confidence. Work on your confidence in yourself. But once you figure this part out, the second card with the Ace of Swords in reverse won't even really it won't even really matter, because this is saying that you do have the capabilities to do what you want to do, but it's just figuring out how to do it. And once you take the steps to, clear your throat chakra and your heart chakra, you will reach a good point where you don't have to, where this won't happen anymore. Again, with like writing a book, I was just like literally right before I started to record this, I was watching this video with Stephen King, or about Stephen King, and it was about how he writes 6 pages a day. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And it's like stuff like that. Like you could do like little writing exercises. It's like what really helped me was the artist. Oh, let me pull it. It's like really, literally right next to me. Oh, not it falling in the trash of all places. All right. What really helped me was The Artist's Way. It really, really helped me. Someone on Twitter, when I was saying how it helped me, because it's kind of like a self-help book, but it's by Julia Cameron. Someone said it landed their friend in a psych ward, so be careful. Because I like to think of it as my book of shadows, first of all, and I can see why a book of shadows would drive someone to the psych ward if, like, that's not the book for you. So be careful. Please practice discernment with any suggestion, because I don't know what works for me spiritually. I don't know if it necessarily works for everyone. So yeah, just if I say, oh, go pick this up. But I mean, a lot of people recommended that. So many people recommended that book to me, and it really was amazing. Anyway, yeah, so for your third card, for your advice card, Spirit advises with the Judgment card in reverse to let go of all the things that you find yourself giving yourself. That's so confusing, I know. Like all the things you find yourself giving yourself a hard time about. So whether it's your weight or your, I don't know, for some, I'm hearing eyes for some people. Like if you have a problem with your eyes and it's making you act out to someone, like, just be mindful of that. Be mindful, just be kinder to yourself about things that maybe you think, like, oh, this is ugly, like anything you're insecure about. So yeah, I don't know why I keep hearing like eyes. Someone in my brain is like eyes. And please get your eyes, if someone needs to get their eyes checked, get your eyes checked. Do whatever you need to do. I'm sure your eyes are fine, by the way. Let me give you some encouragement. I'm sure you look beautiful. I'm hearing teeth. If you feel self-conscious about your teeth. Height. That is a masculine energy. If you're masculine and you are feeling like people are going to be strange to you about your height, don't. Again, what's meant for you is meant for you. If people in your life don't like the stuff that you do, like your own body, first of all, it's your life. You don't need to let certain people in it. If someone is treating you like shit about things you can't control, leave them. Oh, like, tell them to fuck off. So hard to not cuss. So hard. I'm gonna stop trying. Oh well. It's not like I'm monetized. Anyway. Give yourself permission to change in order to be in tune with your higher self. Like, let yourself be the person. Don't care about what those... There's someone else that I'm hearing. Or something else that I'm hearing that someone might have a problem with. But I do not know what it is trying to tell me. But it's like, but I'm laughing. So, I'm not laughing at you. I think someone wants to be a comedian and they're afraid that no one will laugh when they tell their jokes. And I'm laughing now, so I think you're fine. And you didn't even say anything. So don't worry about these things. Write your little jokey jokes today, or so help me. Yes, so get in tune with your higher self. And the world is your oyster. You'll know when it's time for you, but you can't let it be time for you if you don't. It's kind of like that Matt Rife guy, how he everyone hyped him up on TikTok, and then he gets on stage and he gets popular, and all he does is talk about women and a child. Like don't be one of those people. Like, you don't want to be one of those people. Like, he's gonna be a has-been before he even made it. Like, he barely made it, got that surgery done to himself, and now he's already a has-been. Do you want to be that? No. Build up your self-confidence. Stop being so judgmental to yourself and to others. Maybe you think others, like all these things about other people. Stop it. I mean, that's really hard to say, because some people, I don't know, some people are weird, and you should say it. So practice discernment with that. Anyway, this card will apply to you if you are trying to tap into your divine masculine energy, if your favorite color is red, if you are a fire sign, but especially in Aries, or if you're a Capricorn. I'm hearing especially if you're a Capricorn rising. And also if you work with Egyptian deities. Oh, okay. That was wonderful for me. I hope you guys had a great time listening to me. Oh my God, I can't believe I did this. Because I've been trying to do this for forever. But all the tarot readers on here are like, because normally when people do stuff, it's like, no, there can only be one of us. But all the tarot readers on here are like, no, start your tarot channel. And it's so nice. It's like, nobody cares about competition. That's the kind of environment I need. Like, people get really weird on Twitter about spirituality. I cannot live like that, so I came to YouTube hoping for a better future. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening, because there's probably not, I don't even know what I'm gonna put as a video, so I don't know what you were going to watch. But thank you so much for taking the time out to view my first video. I really appreciate that. So hopefully I'll keep making more of these and won't fall off. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Have a good